Welcome everybody to this beautiful Grixis burn deck. Yes, exactly, a burn deck in Grixis colorations. This idea came from Dino from our Discord server. It was to combine Sol'Kanar with our new inclusions from Brothers War, and this is Fateful Handoff. Fateful Handoff is a 4-mana sorcery. It says draw cards equal to the mana value of a target artifact or creature. An opponent gains control of that permanent. So the idea is that we can draw a bunch of cards, but then my opponent gets a value out of it in equal to whatever I choose. And this is where it becomes interesting, because Sol'Kanar is a 5-mana 5/5. So if we target it with Fateful Handoff, we're gonna draw 5 cards for 4 mana, and this is a great value. But my opponent gonna get Sol'Kanar. Well, if Sol'Kanar is already used up and has all his ability triggered, the last ability says exile Sol'Kanar, then return it to the battlefield under opponent's control. So if we do it at the end of the chapters that Sol'Kanar has available, it's easily possible that we give our opponent the Sol'Kanar. He can maybe attack for 5, but often it doesn't matter, and then he is forced to give us the Sol'Kanar back. Really cool idea. This is why this deck is alive. In typical style of mono black, we are trying to burn our opponent with Sheoldred, but also Invoke Despair. I sneaked in one Painful Quandary because it's also sort of burn, and also one really nice synergy here with our Felstinger. Who doesn't know, Felstinger is a 3-mana exploit creature, 3/2 with Death Touch, and it says whenever it enters the battlefield we can exploit, so sacrifice another creature, and target player lose 2 life and draw 2 cards. Well, if we have our Sheoldred on the board, we can instantly deal 6 damage to our opponent by forcing him drawing 2 cards and losing 2 life, plus Sheoldred deals additional 4 damage. So this is also a way to finish out the game. This is why you see just one of it. And the last burn spell is our Fleshgorger, of course, because if opponent tries to target it or to interact with it, they need to pay life equal to its power, so again they are losing life. This deck is very entertaining to play and went at the beginning really powerful 9-0, but then it started breaking apart. Even though I ran before with 27 lands, I suddenly could not draw my 4th land drop. So we are gonna go together now into the gameplay and check out how it performs, because I haven't played the games right now. And before we jumping into the game, I wanna give a short shout out to a person, another creator that inspired me and also helped out the channel a lot with some tips and some advices. He's much bigger than I am, and this is definitely the MTG Malone. He's currently also trying to reach a goal to reach 17,000 subscribers until end of the year. So if you are not subscribed and you want to help him out and maybe do something good, go over, subscribe to him, let him know that you maybe come from me. I know I'm not the biggest channel, but I just want to help out people as much as I can, especially now in this Christmas time. Otherwise, let's go and play some games together. So here we are in our first game with our Geeks-Burn. Yeah, I could also call it Geeks-Burn because we have a lot of Geeks stuff. But nonetheless, it's a Grixis deck that burns mostly mono black, right? Because we splash just some colors for our Sol'Kanars that we have now 2 of. We just need Painful Handoff against mono red. Okay. Will be a nice dance here, I would say. It will depend if we can keep our Fleshgorger alive. Opponent go for 1. That's okay. Okay. So now we just need lands. And as I said in the intro before, the deck started breaking apart just a little bit. Because before I won 9 in the row, 9-0, and then suddenly I started losing to the most funniest ways ever possible in this game. Okay, there is a land. For example, I started with 3 lands and could not draw my 4th land, and before I ran 27 lands. And I had like Sheoldred and on 4, right? So it was really weird, and then I lost, I think, like 4 in a row, and then I won 1, and I decided, okay, let's play a little bit. So is my opponent gonna attack me? See or no? No, he's not. Okay, in this case, let's attack him back. If he doesn't wanna attack me, we gonna attack him back and play our Sheoldred. Against burn decks or against aggro decks, we are usually not bad. We have a lot of ways to gain life. Sol'Kanar, Sheoldred, Fleshgorger, all gain life. Important is that we hit our mana, as we did here, for example, right? And next turn, my opponent is not gonna be happy about Invoke Despair, because he's gonna lose his warfare here. Oh, it's already working. You see, we are burning mono red. Burn the mono red burn. You like it. I know that. He has Lightning Strike, right? I don't care about Lightning Strike. I'm gonna gain a lot of life next turn. Okay. And play with fire. Wow, okay. So my opponent had a lot of possibilities here and did a lot. But still, we gonna remove his warfare. Sacrifice this, sacrifice warfare. And give me the Fleshgorger. So next turn, untap source, let me play double spell Fleshgorger with Graveyard Trespasser. Okay, activate Mishra, go for 4 damage, play fine. Ah, you see, there we have it. Now we just need to see that it taps right, yes it does, so we don't lose life unnecessarily. And we gonna exile Epicure. Epicure. Top deck, Kumano. Kumano is not a bad top deck. Still don't let my opponent attack. Still doesn't let my opponent attack. So now, let's go and I will say double hit my opponent. In my graveyard is there, yes, there is a Sheoldred. So we try to burn my opponent as maximum as we can, because Sol'Kanar could finish the game, and he does. Because this is Grixis burn. You know what I mean, right? He's still here? Check for me if he's still here. Yeah? Okay, he's not here anymore. You liked it. Grixis burn, let's go next. Here we are against Hightower on the draw. And you definitely liked the last game, I know it. I know it, don't do like this, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Burning a mono red burn deck with soul soldiers. Ay. Okay, my friend. We had a little bit more interaction here, and let's see if maybe Graveyard Trespasser or the Fleshgorger can stabilize us here. But the Hightower is going strong here. An untap source will be very, very helpful. Yes, thank you, game. Very nice of you. And I think we're gonna start gaining life, right? I think so. Because officer, okay. Is he attacking for 5? I would attack, yes. Azorius soldiers should also be on my list. In this case, let's go with the Fleshgorger. And gonna chill a little bit. Let's see if my opponent has Brutal Cathar ready to hit me. If this is the case, we can crew our Bankbuster. No, he can't. He can't. Okay. So my opponent most likely goes over the top. It will be okay. Sure. Go over the top, my friend, because next turn Sheoldred will do something that you are not gonna like. Okay. Let's go. Next, let's go and gain a little bit of life here. I think this is the right choice. 1 mana open. What do you have there? Okay, and let's play our Sheoldred, and see what we can do from there. Am I dead? I think I'm dead, right? I think I'm dead. I don't have anything for flying, because my opponent has already 5 creatures. Yeah, I'm dead. It's okay. It's okay. I could have prevented with Go for Throat, Brutal Cathar, sure. Let's act. Maybe he forgets about this ability. Sometimes people forget about it, but otherwise, hey, going first, good hand, good draws, it's fine. We're fine. Oh, it looks like he forgot about it. Oh, no, he didn't. Okay. Good game, my friend, good game, and let's go into another one. And here we are against Riot 420. 420, my friend. Going first, the last game we were a little bit too slow, Here we have some possibilities, turn 2 removal, turn 3 Fleshgorger, turn 5 Despair, maybe until then we draw something else. So, looks good, it's good. For going first, super hand. For going second too, we have so much interaction here, right? But my opponent is like a mid-range or something, most likely Bankbuster on turn 2, gonna eat Abrade. Turn 3 we play our Fleshgorger, and depends what my opponent is playing. So we got this. Gotcha, bro. Gotcha. And the reason, as I said already in the intro, going Grixis is just to use Sol'Kanar. I didn't want to include any counter spells like Make Disappear, Negate, Disdainful Stroke, and so on and so on. I think you need to dedicate the deck to controlling the board or the spells to play these spells. I know there are a lot of Grixis lists that run just like 2-3 Make Disappears in best of 1. It's a good card if you go second, right? To counter opponents turn 3 play like Wedding Announcement, Kiki, also Graveyard Trespasser or Fleshgorger. If you are on 2 mana and the opponent is 3 mana, investing 3 mana, you counter it for 2 mana, it's always an upper hand, because then suddenly in turn 3 you keep the game with Make Disappear. But still, I think in the late game, right, let's go, my friend. I think in the late game, these cards are usually not as impactful as they would be, right? Because usually opponents play around Make Disappear. It's difficult to play around Negate because you need to bait it out somehow. But there is, for example, things like Wandering Emperor, really good to bait out Negate or Disdainful Stroke or whatever opponent or people are usually running. But yeah, okay. My opponent, I don't know if Riot is here or Riot disconnected or desynced. Also, don't touch his cards or anything. I hope he's here. If not, we're just gonna go next. It's not a big deal. And the next looks like he's not here. Yeah. While we have the time, while my opponent is not here. Oh no, he's here. Now he's playing mono blue. Oh wow. My friend, I'm gonna hate you. You know that, right? Okay. No? What is happening with the game? My game is crashing now. Be right back. And we are back in action with our Fury avatar now, against Riot. Looks like the game has some difficulties. Let's see if my opponent has Spell Pierce maybe or something to take it away. Will be interesting. Definitely. Make like slip out the back or something like this, huh? Fading Hope, okay, sure. Faded, my friend. Fading Hope that doesn't hit me is always a good Fading Hope. I'm gonna play the Fleshgorger as long as I can, because my opponent runs counterspell. I want to resolve a spell, and this is really difficult to raise. Okay. Let's go, my friend. Let's see what you got. 2 mana, not gonna play anything, gonna again interact with our Delver in my opponent's turn, because I wanna bait out his counterspells, right? Nothing to transform it. Another Delver, sure. Something else? No? Okay. Then let's burn it again, because Abrade doesn't hit the Genie, and I want to hit a Genie, right? My opponent keeps 3 mana open, so most likely card draw, right? Yeah. He has Thirst for Knowledge, I think is the name of the card. In this case, let's play our Bankbuster. If my opponent wants to counter it, Por favor, counter it, my friend. If not, it's not. Looks like another Fading Hope, right? Oh no, Syncopate, okay. That's good. The Syncopate for the Bankbuster is okay, I would say. And with this hand, I'm pretty confident that we can do some things. We just need to draw lands now. I don't know why game doesn't want to give me lands. Fading Hope. Okay. Sure. Yes, like Essence Capture, Scatter. Essence Scatter. 3 mana open. Nope. Play your Genie or whatever win condition you have there, and we're gonna for Throat. We are going for the Throat. Impulse. Prevent 3 damage, my friend. Prevent 3 damage. Take it. Oh, nice, nice. No Genies. Okay. And in this case, Celestus. Spade. Interesting. Okay, now he hits the Genie. We don't hit thingies. Make disappear, we'll eat it, right? But if I don't, he will impulse and then find some solutions. I think I need to go for it. It's okay. This will not impulse, let it impulse even if he counters it. Maybe if it's Essence Capture? I thought so. If it's Essence Capture because it requires double blue, Genie do not discount it. Goes for impulse, sure. Maybe find some solution for the Fleshgorger. But we're gonna try and bait my opponent hard, right? Because next turn we're gonna just attack. My opponent will not be able to do not 5 mana. So he can cast pretty much every spell in his deck. A Terror, sure. For 4 mana, I don't know what he can play for 4 mana. But it's okay. Oh, okay, now we're gonna bait my opponent hard. And the turn. Let's see how my opponent wants to deal with it. Another Genie, of course, my friend. Something else? My opponent double attacks, okay. Sure. Take some damage. Let's go for the Throat. Negate. Okay, very nice, very nice. Very nice. And how about... Two mana left. You think it's another negate? No, how he played, I think it's like some Essence Capture or something, right? So let's go for it. Autoplay. This way I know if I should attack. I mean, I need to attack anyway, right? If he counters it, he counters it. Consider, okay, this is not a counter spell. This is good. Am I dead anyway, right? Yes, I'm dead anyway. 1 freaking damage. Mono blue. A little bit unlucky with the land, huh? A little bit, but let's go. And here we are, on the play. Very slow hand, gonna mulligan. And most likely our last game too. Gonna keep this one, gonna ditch the Celestus, gonna play the Templant. Maybe it should not just be today, right? Maybe it should not be. This is why, let's see if this game goes better. As I said, before the deck went super fluent, like so fluent, they're not even, I don't know, not even British is so fluent in English. because it was like bam 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 every game, super perfect, 9-0, and then I start breaking apart. I start can destroy artifact, sure, give me 3. Take action. This is effectively 2 because our Trespasser gonna give me some life back. This is a mono black version. Mono black aggro? Could be, right? Could be a mono black aggro deck. Maybe. Let's see if we can take it over here. Good. Now we just need our Painful Handoff to pump off with our Tainted. Or maybe also with his own Invoke Despair, so don't be surprised. Because he has a bunch of cards. 5 cards. The possibility, yes, that he has an Invoke Despair is really high. This is definitely okay. Let's go for Sol'Kanar the Tainted. Draw card, replace himself with another one. Let's see if my opponent can offer here something. Another Invoke Despair, sure. Good draws, good kills. So my opponent is snowballing hard right now. We're gonna draw another card. Another Abrade. Okay, where are my lands again? Very funny what's happening here. I like to sort my cards from left to right with mana value. Wow, nice. Bro, hitting 3 Invoke Despair says everything. He for sure has the 4th one in the hand. You can tell me whatever you want. 2 mana open and he needs to discard. Look at this. Let's go with the Bankbuster, I would say. 2 mana open. Do I keep it? Do I keep it or do I skip it? 2 mana open. I can interact, I can draw card, right? So let's do it like this. Next. Let's see what my opponent has there. How perfect my opponent could have drawn from Invoke Despairs. Graveyard Trespasser, okay. Sure. Mishra's Foundry will die if he attacks with it. Theoretically he has lethal on the board, but he doesn't know about Abrade. Okay. Let's kill it. Force him to sacrifice. There a way that I win this one? Do I have enough? Oh, I'm missing 1 mana. Okay, let's do it like this. See what we draw. Let's decline it. And next, and the turn. This way I have Bankbuster available and can deal with Mishra's Foundry just in case my opponent tries to attack with it. Right? See what we got there. Yeah, this is how the deck breaks, this is how the deck goes, and this is almost as sad as it was before the recording. But yeah, I don't know what happened. Maybe just not my day. I'm sorry, my friends. I don't have so much more time. I just wanted to show you this deck. It performed really good. Trust me. It performed very good. I was in tier 3 before it started breaking. But this is how it can go sometimes. Like, what you gonna do? No, what you gonna do? Would I recommend to craft this deck? Difficult to say. It went really good. It went really powerful, and now it started breaking. Maybe make some adjustments on your own. The idea from Dino with Sol'Kanar and the Fateful Handoff is really interesting one. I think I'm gonna keep experimenting with it and see how far I can bring it, what other payoffs we have to give my opponent maybe artifacts or creatures. I also had a game where I had a really good success giving my opponent Celestus, because in this stage of the game the Celestus was not really, let's say, super helpful. I think also with some unearth stuff, right? Unearth that when we play the creature, it needs to be sacrificed. So you can play something for a bunch of mana that is unearth is cheaper than the mana value. You draw a bunch of cards, and then you give it to opponent. The opponent needs to sacrifice it. This is also an idea that I had, but I didn't realize it. Maybe in the future. Otherwise, would I recommend to craft this deck? Regarding on performance in the last 8 games, no, definitely not. Regarding your performance on the first 9 games, yes, definitely. But it's up to you to decide. You can experiment with this idea. You can maybe bring it further. I tried also Corrupted, the 6 mana sorcery that deals my opponent equal to swamp amount damage. I have only 8 swamps. I didn't thought that it's really helpful here in this deck. Otherwise, yeah. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you like it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Ciao!